In today's video, we are going to show you just how easy is it for foreigners to buy a property in Bulgaria, what the buying process is, and some of the pitfalls to avoid. In most cases, you could be the proud owner of a new home here in just a few short weeks. So let's find out how. The law regarding buying a property in Bulgaria is very straightforward. European Union citizens or citizens of the European Economic Area can buy both the property and the land it sits upon. Non-EU residents can buy property, but not the land. If you are moving from the European Union, the home buying process is very simple and you can buy a property and land in your own name. But what do you need to do if you are moving in Bulgaria from outside of the European Union? The first thing you need to do when buying a house in Bulgaria is to form a company, because the property must be registered to a company, not an individual. That said, you don't need to form a company if you are buying an apartment, as usually no land is part of the sale. At first, the process may sound a little daunting, but it's really not, and most real estate agents will help you through it anyway. To set up a company, you will need a valid passport for each owner of the company, an address for correspondence. This must be a Bulgarian address, and often the real estate agent will be able to provide you with a temporary address to use. A unique company name. This is just so you can buy a home. So the actual name, it's not so important. Your real estate agent will take care of setting up your company, and this is what will happen. They will take copies of your passport and your address to a lawyer, who will prepare the necessary paperwork to register your new company, which takes only an hour or two. The completed paperwork is then taken to a notary, who will confirm your identity. Next, you will need to open a business bank account and deposit a minimal nominal sum. You will need to order a company stamp, which costs around €20, and again, this is something the real estate agent will organize for you. The lawyer will then take all your documentation and present it to the courts for them to approve your company setup. The registration of your company can take between 5 to 60 days. And whilst your company is being formed, you can get on with searching for your new home. Go to realistimo.com and search for real estate properties in Bulgaria. So, how does the home buying process work in Bulgaria? Buying a home here from start to finish can take a matter of weeks. Don't worry that you will not understand what is going on. There will always be a translator present when you have any official dealings. You will need to pay for the translator, but they only cost about €20. Once you have found your ideal home, you will be asked to sign a preliminary contract and pay a deposit of about 10% of the asking price. As with any contract, ensure you fully understand it and ensure that the amount of money you have paid is clearly stated. The real estate agent then takes the property off the market. The seller then has to procure a plan of the property, called a skizza, proof that there are no outstanding taxes or debts of the property, the deeds of the property, and the government valuation of the property to the lawyer, who will ensure that it's all present and correct. Once the lawyer is happy with the paperwork, they will be forwarded to the notary. The notary will then change the property into your company name. Once the paperwork is so completed, both the seller and the buyer go to the notary office to complete the sale. This is when you transfer the rest of the sum to the seller. The notary then arranges for the paperwork to go to courts and government agencies to register the property in your name. A day or so later, you go back and collect the paperwork, which is now in your company name. The notary will have notified the municipality of the change of the ownership, because you will now be liable for the property tax, which is due every March. You must then go to the water and electricity companies to register as the new owner. Aside from the purchase price, there are some other fees that you need to know about, which are a percentage of the selling price. The property transfer tax, which varies between 1 and 4%. Notary fees are from 1% to 2.5%. Registration fees are 0.5%. Estate agent fees vary between 2.5 and 5%, but usually around 3%. Translator fees, which cost around 15 to 25 euro. In total, expect to pay between 5% and 12% of the selling price in buying costs. Of course, these are average figures and will depend upon the region you are buying in and the additional services that you have hired your real estate agent for. But for the peace of mind and ease of buying a property in Bulgaria, the agent fees represent excellent value for money. So, what else do you need to know about buying a home in Bulgaria? Properties are advertised by square meters and the total number of rooms, not the number of bedrooms. When buying an apartment, the square footage may include common areas which are not suitable for living purposes. Negotiating the property price is normal, so don't be afraid to haggle. Most property transactions take place by bank transfer. Cash payments are limited to about 5,000 euro, and all amounts above this sum must go through a bank. People tend to buy property in Bulgaria without a mortgage, but your real estate agent will help you arrange one if you need it. Some agents advertise in euro and some in other currencies, whilst the notary, for instance, may only work in the local currency. Be sure you know which currency is being talked about. When buying a brand new property in Bulgaria, ensure that it has been given an Act 16. This shows that the building has passed all necessary assessments and it's fit for habitation. It's not unusual for a new build to be sold with only an Act 14, which means that a building is in construction stage. Or Act 15, it's complete but not yet ready for habitation. So always seek an advice when buying a brand new home. Other than that, just apply common sense as you would buying a new place in your home country. Take your time to visit lots of different regions, towns and villages. Each offers you something different and unique. And never buy a property without viewing it first. Generally, you get what you pay for, so if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Always hire a reputable real estate agent. Get recommendations from other expats via social media or expat forums before choosing who to partner with. There are excellent investment opportunities to be found in Bulgaria. The major cities and Black Sea region offer good rental potential, as do the ski resorts. Village homes, although steadily rising in value, tend to be older and less attractive to investors, but offer a peaceful way of life and are a great place to live. Then there are the cities which are just as cosmopolitan and vibrant as any found in Europe. No matter what type of property you want, what lifestyle you want to lead, or what environment you wish to live in, you will find your dream home in Bulgaria. Don't forget to subscribe to Realistimo to discover all the latest and best property offers in Bulgaria. Click the subscribe button and like the video to get notified about all our upcoming videos. Also visit realistimo.com to see the latest properties listed for sale. Good luck with your purchase and we hope you enjoy many happy years here.